On Sunday, January 2nd, 2022, while supporters of the Israeli Defense Force, the IDF, held a rally to decry anti-Semitism by defending a boy who engaged in provocations in a Palestinian neighborhood in New York, Anti-Zionist Jews condemned the act and said that identifying with the IDF fuels anti-Semitism.
I was attacked for wearing this sweatshirt. And when he asked me to take it off, I had 5 seconds, I did not take it off. And then he proceeded to punch me 2 times. And then before running away, he threw his ice cold for me.
Last Sunday, these 2 boys, Elon and Blake, were physically and verbally assaulted for being Jewish, not so far away from here in broad daylight. Whoa! One of them, Blake, was wearing this IDF hoodie. And Blake was given a choice. Take off the hoodie, and maybe, just maybe, you won't be assaulted. Why is this incident so particularly disturbing for us? For me, for Blake, for Elon, for their families. Because this is exactly what we experienced back in the former Soviet Union, the very same place that we escaped. Just take off your Jewish star, and we'll let you work at that factory. Just change your last name, and we'll admit you into that university. Just take off your kippah, take off your talit, and we'll be friends with you. This is exactly what we're seeing happening in this country again.
I just want to tell you why I get, I don't know if you want to call it emotional, why I take things to heart when I see a Jew being beaten up. I see a Jew being punched in the face. I see attack upon Jewish people. How many incidents of anti-Semitism have happened? How many Jews have been, you've seen the videos, people being belted in the face for no other reason than the fact that they were Jewish, right?
Wow, this is misleading. Nobody is condoning violence, but we need to set the record straight. These boys were not attacked because they are Jews. Do you know of any incident that any Palestinian would say for a Jew, remove your kippah, remove your talis, remove your black hat? There is no incident like that. Do you know of any incident that a Palestinian would be upset with a Jewish person practicing his religion? Or would they be upset if Jews support the IDF or supporting the State of Israel, supporting the murder of their family members and their people? We need to remember that the IDF is butchering the Palestinian people on a daily basis. If Jewish people will dance on the streets of Brooklyn while Palestinians are bombed in Gaza, and if any Palestinian resident of Brooklyn would be upset, would that be considered anti-Semitic? Obviously not. If you have a person wearing an IDF shirt going into a Palestinian neighborhood, this is obviously going to upset people. And when a Palestinian person asks, why are you coming like this into our neighborhood? Please remove the shirt. This is in no way anti-Semitism. But we have elected officials misleading the masses and promoting Zionist propaganda. This is dangerous.
In 1944, my mother, as a young woman living in Czechoslovakia, one day they came knocking on the door. That's what happened. They came knocking on the door, and everybody was taken to Auschwitz. My mother, her mother, brothers, sisters, nephew, nieces, little children, little boys, little girls, didn't matter. It didn't matter. They arrived in Auschwitz in 1944. my mother's family, they went straight to the gas chambers. And you know what they did wrong? You know what their crime was? You know what? The same crime you guys committed. The fact that they were Jews, that's it. That was it.
These Zionists are masquerading in my religion. My grandparents were killed in Auschwitz. My relatives and the majority were killed by the Nazis. We feel the suffering of Jews, yet we will never, in the name of our religion or our suffering, take the land that is not ours. We will never hurt our friends, our brothers and sisters of the Palestinians. How disgusting, how deplorable, how anti-Jewish. We hurt, we cry, we are humiliated. How dare they masquerade in the Star of David in the name Israel, in a holy Jewish name, to legitimize their crime.
I hope that it doesn't happen to anyone. Like, no one should be scared of who they are to walk the streets. I should be able to wear this and go and walk. They should be able. Someone else should be the same way. No one should be scared.
We fled to this country for freedom, for safety, to be able to simply walk the streets and not be afraid to be a Jew, to wear whatever garments we want, to freely practice our religion.
We declare that when a few irresponsible hotheads goes into a Arab neighborhood, into a Palestinian neighborhood with an IDF shirt, there could be nothing so despicable, so hurtful. Imagine if it would be somebody putting on a t-shirt with the N-word in a black neighborhood. Or imagine if it would be going into a Jewish neighborhood with a swastika. Would these politicians, these self-righteous politicians, be out there declaring that they did something proper and everybody should come out in swastikas? I don't think so. Because people have logic, they have morals of God, and they are sensitive to others. But here you see an example of what Zionism is. No sensitivity, no human feelings, what we call godliness when it comes to the Palestinians. These poor Palestinians that tried to find refuge in our streets of New York to breathe a little fresh air without having the oppression of these Zionists, devils. They come here and these hotheads, for a whim, for a joke, for fun, goes into their neighborhood with IDF shirts, and when they were politely asked to remove it, they refused. They laugh at the suffering of the Palestinians. And who would have believed politicians who are supposed to be responsible would stand up and declare that people should come march in support? If the world would be normal, then these politicians and the parents of these children should be taking these kids and putting them in a corner. And they should be coming with flowers and apologizing to the Palestinians for this insensitive act. We are not condoning violence. But where is the logic? Where is the godliness of people who will go out and march in support of somebody with swastikas and say that they did right? Where is the godliness of ignoring the Palestinian suffering?
Having Jewish people identifying with the IDF, which is ridiculous in itself, to support a movement of Zionism, the state of Israel, who commits so many crimes against other people and danger for the Jewish people. But now when they come out in Brooklyn, in public, identifying supposedly Jewish communities, identifying with IDF, is not only criminal because they support crimes, it's dangerous for the Jewish people, it's fueling anti-Semitism. We are standing in Brooklyn here, representing local Jewish communities of Brooklyn, stating that this is not Judaism. This is not the true face of Judaism. This is the choice of some individuals who choose to support, to identify themselves with the IDF. God forbid what hatred these people bring on themselves and sadly on other people. We blame the people who fuel anti-Semitism. We blame the people who cause the exacerbation of anti-Semitism. We blame the people who put us in danger. We blame the people who commit these crimes, supposedly on the account of all Jews, and then all Jews worldwide, and today in Brooklyn, need to face hatred because of the actions of individuals.
Zionism exacerbates anti-Semitism. IDF, shame on you!
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 IDF, terrorist!
IDF, terrorist!
IDF, terrorist!
IDF, terrorist!
So we as Jews have come out here today. Shame on our hearts. We are humiliated for what these people did in the name of Judaism. We have come out here today in the name of our Jewish brothers and sisters of Palestine, in the name of our Jewish brothers here in New York and throughout the world, to apologize and tell the Palestinian people that we feel you. We feel your suffering. We hurt with you.
I am a Palestinian, and I am a proud Palestinian. And as you can see, who's the real anti-Semitic? Who's the real people who wants to create division in the community? Look at who you got over there. You just got a bunch of Zionists. Look at us here. You got Palestinians and Jews standing together in solidarity. Where's the solidarity over there? Where is it? I don't see it. It's just a bunch of Zionists and a Jewish man, a proud Jewish man, a proud Jewish man and a proud Palestinian standing in solidarity against Zionism. We are standing here because we recognize that Zionism has no basis in Judaism. Zionism is not compatible with Judaism. We are both standing together because we recognize the real anti-Semites. We recognize the real hateful people. We recognize the real terrorists. And that's them over there. That's the people dressed up with Israel occupation voices sweater. That's the people over there who kill Palestinian children on a daily basis. Those are the people who drop bombs in Gaza. Those are the people who kill Palestinian women, who kill Palestinian men, who kill anybody who speaks against the Israel occupation. They even oppress our Jewish comrades over here. They oppress them on a daily basis, not just in America, not just in New York, but in Palestine too. They oppress the Jewish community who speaks against Zionism. So who's the real hateful people? Who are the real terrorists? Look at them, those are the real terrorists. Those are the people dressed up with Israel occupation sweaters. Those are the people who drop bombs on Gaza. They're the people who use chemical weapons on Palestinian kids. They drop tear gas on Palestinian children going to school. But you don't see that in the media, do you? Who are the real anti-Semites? Tell me.
1, 2, 3, 4, state of Israel, no more.
1, 2, 3, 4, state of Israel, no more.
5, 6, 7, 8, Israel is not a Jewish state.
5, 6, 7, 8, Israel is not a Jewish state.
1, 2, 3, 4, Zionism, no more.
1, 2, 3, 4, Zionism, no more.
5, 6, 7, 8, and the killing and the hate.
5, 6, 7, 8, and the killing and the hate.
Zionism, no!
Judaism, yes. Zionism, no. The state of Israel must go.
Judaism, yes. Zionism, no. The state of Israel must go.
Judaism, yes. Zionism, no. The state of Israel must go.
Judaism, yes. Zionism, no. The state of Israel must go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.